2023 is almost officially over. Before we get too far into 2024, let's look back at everything that's happened in Forge of Empires in 2023. Going back to January 2023, we had the Forge Bowl event, with the old classic minigame of choosing one of three options to move your player down the field. The reward for all of this was the pergola, a 5x4 building that most players immediately forgot about. The big contribution this event had was actually some of the new rewards that came with this event. This event introduced us to the Finish 1 and Finish All special productions items. Those will become more important later on in this recap. February brought a return of the St. Patrick's Day event, which was received rather poorly, considering that they brought a last-second nerf to some of the rewards. We got the classic minigame of managing a town and collecting shamrocks. The main event building was the Druid Hut, which most notably provides fragments of the Druid trees, little 1x1 buildings. This was the first of what is now standard from event buildings, lots of fragments of little buildings. It was also the first event to include a golden upgrade for the main building. Moving into March, we got the Anniversary event. This was a brand new event minigame for us, where we had to merge gems and convert them into keys for rewards. The main building was the Tower of Conjunction, and is still one of my favorite looking buildings. This event introduced buildings that can provide fragments of the main event building, in this case the Keymaster's Workshop. This would be carried forward into future events, with the Gold League buildings continuing to get even more powerful. In April, we didn't get an event starting, but we did get the Guild Expeditions level 5. This brought a nerf to the diamonds we received from completing level 4, but also gave us the new, more difficult level 5. It caused some players to stoutly refuse to play it, but the rest of us were able to pick up some pretty good rewards, like the Forgotten Temple and Feathered Serpent statue. In May, we got the Wildlife event, and whether you love or hate the pop blocks mechanic where you have to drop paws and reward boxes down to the bottom of the board, you have to admit that the main building, the Panda Shrine, was pretty awesome. With its chain pieces, it became the most efficient Forge Point chain set, perfect for doubling with the Blue Galaxy. Not to mention, the pandas themselves were also cute. I hope you're ready for the Wildlife event to return though, because it's going to be the first event of 2024. Also, in May we got unit stacking. It made army management much more convenient, meaning that you don't have to scroll through units anymore. In June, we got the summer event a little bit earlier than usual. The old summer events minigame of a spinning rewards wheel got replaced with the winter events minigame, where you just choose random tiles to flip and get rewards. The main building, the Buccaneers Bay, provides fragments of a selection kit for more of those tiny buildings, but also for 300% attacking army boosts. These are the most powerful consumable boosts in the game, but they only last for half an hour. The month of July brought with it a brand new age, Space Age Titan. This age gave us 3 brand new great buildings, all of which have a new mechanic where you need to use the Space Age Titan goods to level these great buildings. It's caused the market for these goods to stay pretty expensive if you're buying out of guild, but these are some powerful great buildings. Additionally, July gave us the Fellowship event. Similarly to the summer event, it was a reskin of an old event. The previous minigame of choosing heroes to progress through towns was replaced with a version of the St. Patrick's Day event. Luckily, the rewards were balanced a little bit better in this one, and you could much more easily get the golden upgrade for the Sunhaven Palace. This event was also the introduction of the Jester's Stage, which produces fragments of the finished special production items. Some players took this to the next level and are building cities devoted entirely to Jester stages. And believe it or not, we also got the early ages speed up in July too. With this test, the tech tree is much cheaper and it is a lot easier to progress through the early stages of the game. As far as I can tell, it's still in testing. In August, we got the soccer event, which was a reskin of the Anniversary events minigame with the exact same mechanics. This event brought us not 1, but 2 new golden upgrades for buildings from the soccer event. The main building, the Aegean Resort, is also quite popular, as it provides quite a few forge points, fragments, and goods. August also gave us the daily login bonus, a feature where you could get free rewards just for logging in. Unfortunately, this was removed a few months later. September brought us the Fall event, which is a reskin of the Wildlife event's Pop Blocks minigame, except that they're now ingredients. The main building also introduced us to silver upgrades, a step between normal and gold, and even higher age blueprints. It's also been the first event that has had a building producing fragments of the main building in both the silver and gold leagues, being the Grape Stomping Festival. You may have gotten the level 1 festival for free if you were skilled with the minigame. We also got the Cider Garden, which is the first building to produce higher age units, although they are limited to light units. September is also the month when the Guild Battlegrounds update was launched, giving us more competitive seasons where you can no longer fight at low attrition infinitely. Instead, you need to work together more in order to dominate the map and get fragments of the championship reward, which changes every 12 weeks. October gave us the announcement that Guild vs. Guild would finally be shutting down sometime soon, and would be succeeded by Guild Raids, previously known as Quantum Incursions, previously known as Guild Raids. We also got a brand new event minigame with the Halloween event. The minigame consisted of choosing cards to fight your way through dungeons for tons of rewards. If you were skilled, it was easy to pull off a Gold League finish and snag the main event building, the Laboratory of Monsters. In November, we got the first of the mini-challenges, which are short 2 to 3 day long quest lines with some pretty good rewards. They can be hard to complete in time, but if you do, they're a nice bonus. And lastly, in December, we got the winter event and the classic present opening game where no strategy is required. The main event building caused many players on the US forums to learn about winter pyramids, and Nutcracker guardhouses were up for grabs to help you aid your entire city. What's next in 2024? Well, we should be getting guild raids and the long-awaited or long-feared end of Guild vs. Guild, depending on who you ask. Regardless, I think it's going to be a pretty good year for Forge of Empires. The video on the end-of-year survey will be coming out very soon, as I thought it was too much to add to this one. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it, join my Discord, link in the description, and as always, I'll see you all next time.